This should be our final layout adjustment. So let's see how things go here. I'm going to zoom out like so. And in case you're wondering, when we really zoom out, our text just becomes these lines. And in design and layout, this is called Greeking the text. So instead of having the text really small, we just get these lines. So the text is represented by the lines. Nothing's happening to it. I believe you should be able to, in the preferences, address the Greeking and change the point size. That way your type would continue to be visually available instead of having just these lines here. All right, let's go ahead and we are going to select everything like so. And we're going to now come over to our transforms and we're going to rotate everything 10 degrees. Just a little bit of rotation. So 10 degrees, I'll come over here and click. Okay? So not a lot, just a little bit. Now let's go ahead and select everything again, like so. And use the Shift key and your arrows. And only click once and make sure everything is in fact moving and you're not leaving something behind. And then make sure you have the select tool and not the direct select tool, because things will really get messed up if you start moving them even as groups here collectively with the direct. So we want to make sure we have the regular select tool. Everything is selected. Just give it a nudge to make sure everything's moving correctly. If it is, then let's keep moving. And we're going to do this, and then we're going to go down some. And I only want to go down far enough so this type isn't hitting up here. And we're pretty close. So I don't want my images to be too far off the bottom. So I think what we're going to do, and we might move this over, nudge this over a little bit more, like so. That's not so bad. So I think what we will do is make a modification up here. All right. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm just going to see if I have anything locked here. I don't. So I'll select our shape, and I'm just going to move this up a little bit, like so. And then I'll select the type and our ellipse and our plus sign, and we'll just nudge these up. Okay, just nudge them up a little bit, like so. And then let's go ahead and zoom out some. All right, so now that's getting pretty close. This is a little tight here. So there's a couple of things I could do. I could make tone and manner a little smaller, and that would probably be okay. I might be able to just slightly nudge my type over, and we'll give that a go. Okay, so let's just grab our type. Matter of fact, it's probably best to zoom in here so we can really see what's going on. And let's just move our type. Now we're getting a little close here. Everything looks pretty good. Let's just give it a little more. All right, so now this is a problem. So we're going to have to come back, and it might be one of those it is what it is sorts of things. So I think what we're going to do is change this up here a little bit more. This is just too tight. So let's move this up like so. It's getting better. I'll move this up a little more. I'll select tone and manner, and let's go ahead and change the point size a little bit. We'll go with 70. Now, what we'll have to do is maybe change the tracking back to 0. And then we need to move our ellipse up and over a little bit. That doesn't look too bad. That opened this space up a little bit better for us. Okay, so let's go ahead and now over here, I think we're okay. Well, I think we're going to leave this alone. But down here, if we go and change our layout, so right down here, we're in the normal mode, and if I click and I hold, it's off the screen, but below normal is preview, and preview will crop off the pasteboard. And I'm thinking a little bit too much. I like the truck picture, and I want to see more of the truck picture. This one's not as important. I really was just trying to focus on the engine and not so much on the stripped down bodywork right now. So I think what we're going to do is open up our links. And I'm going to click on the group and then double click. So I'm going into this group and I'm selecting the image that is the 70 resto mod. And we're going to go to our options and we're going to relink. And here are my tone and manner images, and I'm going to relink with the Ford truck and then click OK. So we're changing this image to the Ford truck image. Now we're going to take this image, the Ford truck, and let's go ahead and relink. And this time we'll go with the 70 resto mod. And that's not so bad because all we're losing is the front part of the car here. We're still seeing enough of the image to get the idea across. All right, so let's zoom out and take a look overall. And that's not too bad. I believe I can live with this, other than my type and my ellipse can move up some, like so. And that's working out pretty good, so I'm going to save. All right, good. So I believe we're done. All we need to do now is save our file so you can turn it in. We'll do that in the next, and this time, last video.